Namaskar and welcome back to our YouTube channel, VLSI for All, a hub for technical education and an epicenter for VLSI coaching in India. Today we are indeed proud and honored to have with us Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim, a student at Illinois Institute of Technology, and also currently he has secured an offer from Synopsys USA. Sir, with your kind permission, can we start the interview?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Uh, Sir, before we start the actual questionnaire, can you please briefly introduce about yourself, your academic journey, and how did you land a job at Synopsys?
Hi, good morning. Maybe it's night there, so good evening. My name is Mohammed Ibrahim. I'm from India, Hyderabad. I did my bachelor's, completed my bachelor's from Mufa Hamza College of Engineering Technology. I completed it last year, 22, and I started my master's here in Illinois Tech. So now I completed my second semester, about to complete, not yet completed. Maybe this week I'm going to have my exams. So it's about to complete my second semester, and now I got, Alhamdulillah, I got this internship with Synopsys. It's just an internship, not the full-time offer yet.
Yes, sir. Can you please explain to our audience, like how was the process of your internship or the process of getting an internship at Synopsys, and what were the other companies you applied for?
See, getting an internship here, people say that in US there are so many jobs or job openings, there's shortage of people. I know everyone hears that, but yeah, it is true. Everything you hear is true. It's not like that. Everything is like wrong, but it's not easy to get everything. You have to work hard for it. I'm saying this because the new students who come here, they're like, oh, I'm trying for 1 week, I'm trying for 2 weeks, I didn't got any internship. It's not like that. You don't like try for 1 week, 2 weeks. You have to try a little more, little harder. They do that like just make the resume from any. Now we got ChatGPT, so they are just making the resume from ChatGPT and they are just applying blindly. So it doesn't work like that. Yeah, it may work like that. It's not always true. Just like in India, you have to try more hard in India. It's just like that in here in the US. So what I did is I was same like that. I was not much focusing on the studies in my second semester. uh, Sorry. I wasn't much focusing on my studies in the second semester. It wasn't good for me. So then I realized it, then I rectified it, and then I started applying, making the resume, just a general resume. Then I started applying for all the companies, all the positions. I wasn't seeing anything. I was just submitting one general resume for all the roles. Then I realized it, okay, it's not the right way. You learn by experiencing so many things. So I did it like almost 3, 4, 5 months back, maybe. Yeah, in December I started. After my first semester, at the end of my first semester, I started applying for these roles, all internship roles. Even I applied for the full-time roles. I got calls for the full-time. Then they had the interview. Then in the HR round, they said you shouldn't do like this. It's not a good thing. You are just started a graduation. You can't join as a full time. You should have let us know. So yeah, it was my mistake on my side. So yeah, I started like applying in December, January with the general resume. Then after January, I started applying with a specific resume for each particular role. Then I applied for like how many I don't remember. People say it's 200, 300, 400, 5. Some say they applied for 700. I don't keep account of it. Whenever I have time, whenever I feel like, I make a resume, I upload it. Then later on, I started getting the mails. Every day I open the Gmail, I get like 3, 4, 10 mails in the morning. Every mail is like, sorry, you have been rejected. Sorry, you have been rejected. So it's not like something you're bad on your side. It's just normal. So it happens to everyone. So from those mails, I got 1 or 2 mails. Okay, you have been selected for the interview. Come for the interview. Then we had the interviews. Then the HR round. Then they selected me for this internship. It's just an internship, not the full time of year.
Yes. Also, can you please let me know, like a majority of students from like particularly Hyderabad, they opt to choose computer science degree after their bachelor's and they move into that stream. Like what made you stay in the core field?
I didn't want to go for the programming side. But unfortunately, after coming to VLSI, I realized, oh, it's also programming. There's nothing without programming.
Okay. Um, can you please,
Uh,
yeah, please continue.
Yeah, you are asking something.
Yeah. How did you grow your interest in the VLSI field? I like, do you see yourself as a front-end engineer, back-end engineer, or like a DSP engineer?
N- when I was in engineering like last year, in India, all the colleges, all the universities, most of the universities, they focus on the front end part, the VLSI, Verilog, VHDL, not even VHDL, only Verilog, the whole time, digital design and Verilog. It's a good thing. It's not bad. But after I came to the masters, here they are like groups for everything. Like we have in the bachelors, we have group for robotics, we have group for software, hardware, AI, ML. Here they have group for different things. So I I served in different groups. I joined different groups. I was a part of different groups. Then I realized, okay, I know a little bit of front end, like Verilog. I know. I learned VHDL. I learned system Verilog a little bit. Then I realized, okay, I want to look into the physical design. Then I started looking into the physical design, the tools, the files, the completely the ASIC flow. That's the main thing in the physical design. So now, while I was looking at, I was applying for it. I was taking the same courses in my masters. So on the basis of my courses, I applied for an internship and I got an internship in physical designing itself.
Yes. Can you please tell your audience on what were the universities you applied for the electrical and computer engineering master's degree? Since many people don't do it, like many people don't know about like how to go about such a
So you want to
degree.
know the universities?
Yeah, like how did you shortlist your universities based on your GPA, and what were the factors you kept in mind?
Okay. So you want to know my details, like
Yes, your details. Yeah,
GPA
like
and
how did you go
ICT.
about? Yeah.
Okay. So when I was in engineering in my last year, I wasn't planning for masters, but then my family like pushed me forward. You have to go for masters. Then I said okay. So I did the process. All over, I did the process. I started the process little late, not little, but too late. I started it like at the end of January. Everyone, by the time I started my process, everyone was like almost completed with their IELTS, GRE, whatever it is. I didn't even know what I have to do, like IELTS, GRE, those exams. I knew, okay, well, I have to write it. But then in January, when everyone was getting the admit from the colleges, I was starting to apply for IELTS. So in the start of January, I applied, and I guess by the mid or 20th of January, I gave my IELTS, and by the 15th of Feb, I gave my GRE. 15th or 20th, something like that. I gave my GRE. Then by the time I got the results, it was almost like March, almost like Feb end. At the end of Feb, by the Feb end, I started applying for the universities. I started applying like some of the universities which my professors told me, and I heard on Google, WhatsApp, on the groups. I researched it a little bit, like talking to people on LinkedIn. My professor suggested me something, so I applied to all the universities. Like I applied to Arizona State University, Portland State University, Oregon State, and IIT, obviously, and some more universities like that. Then I got admit from most of the universities, and one or two I got rejected. I wasn't expecting admit from them because I knew I was too late. Then fortunately I started getting admits like at the end of April, I guess. March, April, yeah, maybe in April I started getting admits. And first admit I got was from Arizona State University. So I did the whole process for that. It took long time. It takes long time. So I got the I-20. I submitted the financials, whatever it is, the formalities. I think went for my interview, visa interview. So by the time I got my visa interview, by the time I got the passport, it was almost like the start date of the college because I started late. So it was almost the start date of my college. So the moment, the thing is, there was one issue in my visa. I had to submit the documents, then I had to resubmit it because they have to verify it with my university. So it took longer, and I wasn't expecting a positive reply from the visa. visa officers. Yes, my visa was approved, but after this document submission, it took almost like 2 months. So I wasn't expecting anything. I got an offer in Hyderabad itself. I got offer from, what was the company name? I don't remember. Moss Chip, no, Mobiwell. Yeah, I got an offer from Mobiwell. It was my joining in like 10 days. Then I got suddenly that, okay, you are come and pick your passport. Then I went to the passport office. I picked up a passport. On the next day, I booked the flight in like 2 days. So in 2 days, I packed up everything and I came here. I came for Arizona State University actually, but then after staying here there for like 1 week, 2 weeks maybe, I shifted to Chicago, Illinois
Okay.
Tech.
So at the first
Yeah,
you gotten like admit from Arizona State University.
yeah, because I started the process for that. That was the first admit I got. So I didn't want to delay it, so I started for the thing itself.
Okay. So moving on, that was a very a good journey. Like moving on, there's always a complaint in the student community that there is no linkage of what is being taught in the classroom and what the industry expects. How would you address this issue?
Whatever it is, whatever you get taught in the classroom, you are not, yeah, all the engineering students are, maybe the audience are all the engineering students, obviously. So the engineering students, they know it very well that up till now it have been like whatever you get taught in the classroom, it's not that you actually learn something from them. You actually learn why you learn this is because you have to crack the exams, whatever it is, you have to get the good grades, you have to pass the exam, that's it. But if you learn that, actually it's very good, but no one learns it. It's the same thing in the masters or wherever you go. If you don't learn the things what is being taught, it's no good for you. It's just that you're paying the fee to get clear the exam. After the exams, it's a waste of thing for you. I feel like that. So if you want to learn
Yeah,
something, if you want to get a job, you want to expert something in the industry, you have to learn. If you are not learning in the classroom, you have to learn it on your own. So that was the case with me too. I didn't learn in the classroom much. I did. I got good grades. I got okay grades. I cleared the exam, but it wasn't the thing that will get me a job. So I had to learn separately from my own.
yes. Can you please tell us about your project which you did during your undergraduation or in your master's degree and how it helped in like clearing the synopsis round?
The projects. The thing is, in VLSI, if the people now the audience related to VLSI, I want to say that if you are in doing engineering in India, most of the Indian colleges they don't have any tool access. First of all, if you got any tool access, you start with the basic thing. You anyhow you learn Verilog. That's it. So for Verilog, you'll start with EDA Playground. I started with EDA Playground. Then I moved to Model Sim because it was free. I got free access to Model Sim, and then Xilinx ISE, it was there in my college. So we can learn Verilog, we can do hands-on with it. Okay, that's okay. And the other thing, we have some of the colleges, not all, but only few colleges, they have Cadence Virtuoso. That's only, I just want to say, when you learn Virtuoso, it's not like you know everything. It's just one part of the whole Cadence design suite. You're learning just one tool. That's what I thought because when I learned Virtuoso, I was like, oh, now I know everything. I am like, okay, I'm very high now. But that was not it. When I came here, they had so many different tools. Then I said that, sir, I know this Virtuoso. Can I get TA? Everyone was like, there's people who are good with all the tools. They are not getting the opportunity. How can you get it? So I have to start learn it. I have to learn it. Then I practice it. I had the access in my university, so I practiced for it. On the basis of that thing, I guess, because in the interview they asked me what tools you know. They didn't ask me any technical question. Not much of the technical question. Only the like the ASIC flow. The ASIC design flow. If I ask any of you like what is ASIC flow, you will tell me in 2 minutes.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
But for me, the interview first round, I did the same thing. I said it like in 2 minutes. I completed the whole ASIC flow. Okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. Then the interview asked, this I can get on Google. You have to tell me like more. Then it took me around almost 1.5 hours for just explaining the ASIC design flow. It was like difficult for me because I didn't knew this is what they were expecting. So the interviewer was good. He explained me like he clearly asked what he need to know. Generally, no one asks you. If you don't give the right answer, that's it. You're gone. So he asked me like, okay, no, you know something more. You know something more. Like that he asked. So it took me around 1.5 hours just to explain the basic flow. And then he asked me about the tools because I was giving the this interview for physical designing. So he asked me about the tools and the files. What are the files used in VLSI? That took a little longer too, like 1 hour on it. Yeah, something like that. Because
Yeah.
it was mostly on the back end flow, physical
Mm.
designing.
Yes. Yeah, can you please tell me, for an like undergraduate English like student like me, there's always a doubt that like which colleges to choose. Should we choose based on the feedback from our seniors, or is it, like should we keep in mind the QS rankings or the prestige issue of the college?
See, prestige issues, US ranking, what is it based on? Who is the one who gives the ranking to these universities? There are some companies for it. What do these companies see in the college? Some in your bachelor's also, like NAAC, ABEC, these organizations have groups have come to your college. So what do they see? They see like what are the facilities your college have. In the facilities, I mean, does your college have swimming pool? What is the area landscape of your college? How good is your college? How green is your college? Is there any parking facility, library? This is what these things see. So US ranking, it's based on this. If you see, there are so many colleges like top on the list, but they don't even have engineering courses. How will it be good? So you should. What I suggest is connect on people on LinkedIn, those who are doing masters in whichever university you want to go. Talk to them. How is the university? Shall I come to this university or go to the other university? Everyone have different perspective. It doesn't matter if someone is like, okay, this is university is very good. It doesn't mean it should be very good. If someone says this particular university is not good, it doesn't mean it should be. It should not be good. It should be the case only with that particular person. So you're not like kids. You guys are not kids. You can understand what people say. So talk to different people, get a different perspective. Then you have your own perspective. Then choose your colleges. What I want to say is have a broad range of colleges before you come to the US, because sometimes, most of the times, students come here, then they say, "Oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have come to this university. I should have went to other university." So what I say is, when you're applying for universities, apply for two or three top universities, then two or three middle class, then two or three low class. You'll feel like, okay, in visa you'll get rejections, you'll get this, everything. You have to take chances everywhere. So if you, what I can say is, you can leave the I-20, you can just get the admit and leave the I-20 process. That way the visa officer, they won't know that you have the admit from these colleges. When you get the I-20, the visa officer gets to know that, okay, you have admits. But if you have only the admit letter, the mail, acceptance mail, it's not actually means that you are admitted. So just have the mail ready of multiple universities, like big university, small universities, whatever, all of these universities. Like at least you should have 4 to 5 admits. That will help you after coming here. Sometimes you'll feel like, okay, this is not good for me. I want to move to other university. Then you'll have an option ready for you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Like, would you like to give any tips or resources or book list to our audience, like who are inclined to pursue their career in the VLSI industry?
Whatever career want to pursue, you just have this intention in your mind that I want to pursue this, then you'll get into it. It doesn't matter. All I want to say is, we are youngsters. We just completed our teenage almost. Most of us completed our teenage. So have fun. That's the main thing. And have this intention cleared in your mind that, okay, I want to pursue this, I want to pursue that, whatever it is. Some people do like, I'll do whatever I want. Yes, it is a good thing to be open for everything, but have a clear intention. If I have a set of goals, I don't mean, when we hear this, have a set of goals, have clear mindset. I don't mean that you have to work like leave everything, leave your fun aside, work every time for it. No, have fun, but have this thing cleared in your mind that okay, I want to pursue this line of action, this line of action. Some people do like 4 months, 5 months, they do this thing, then they do like, okay, I'm not interested in this. I want to move out of this. I want to change the careers. So it's okay if you do 1 or 2 times, it's okay. But if you keep doing it, it's no good. You're just wasting your time. So whatever you
Yes,
do, if you're coming to VLSI, electronics, it's okay. It's good. Everything is good. There's nothing like, oh, it's no good. This field is no good. This field is no good. Everything is good. People now, I heard people say that production is no good. Electronics and instrumentation engineering, these things are no good. But everything is good. Else, if that is no good, why would they introduce? Why would the academics they introduce this thing in syllabus? It is profitable. It is good. They need the people for this. That's why they have this introduced in the syllabus. So whatever you
yes,
choose, do have the intention of it and do it with fun.
yes, sir, that is very cool. Uh, so we have almost come to the end of the interview. Before closing the interview, I would like to ask you one question uh, about the role of the VLSA for all in your journey.
Okay, just give me a minute. Sorry for that. VLSI for all. When I was in my bachelor's, I remember meeting friends from VLSI for all, and Rajat. I know him personally. I worked with him for VLSI for all when it was in the developing stages. I was part of its marketing team and then the technical team. So yeah, it's good. The thing is, these when you get involved in things like these, anything, so not specifically this one. I don't want to market this one now in this interview. So when you get involved in some of these, you get this confidence in yourself. You build a confidence. Okay, now I can do something. Even if you don't learn something, it's not necessary you learn something, because some of the people I know what they do is they pay the fee, they join the courses, then they leave it. They're just like, okay, I'm not doing it because it's online. Most of these are online, so they pay the fee, that they leave it. So it's not like you leave it when you have at least have consistency. You shouldn't leave it completely, even if you're not getting time, if you're not doing it correctly. You have to give at least like half an hour each day, like that, at least half an hour or 1 hour each day. That will be good for you. And VLSI for all, yeah, it's like a vibrant community, I can say. Rajat, the people here, the team, it's working very hard. Yeah, I know that. The people, I know most of the people are working in VLSI for all, so they're working very hard. So you can trust them. Yeah, it's good.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. We have come to the end of the interview. For a youngster like me, many bits of puzzles in my mind have been clarified with your interview. Hope to see you on yet another episode of on VLSI for All YouTube channel. Until then, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.